This afternoon we're doing a bit of work on this trommel. Says it's a drive motor, little a gearbox, drives through here and a rubber belt here that turns the whole drum. And there's a feed. When I turn around I'll show you the other side. I've done a bearing, so got a new bearing. And all it is there for the spacer to make it run through is a washer. So I'll put the washer back in the middle there. Put it in view, it'll be right there. See, I'll put the washer back in there. It's not natural, you've got to belt the washer back in there. Just run that in there. And then it comes down to, it's a bit hard to work with. I'll get it. Like that. Like that. Like that. It's exactly like these ones in here. See that? And these ones run around in that track. Keep the drum in the right spot and they just ride on the outside of the drum. So I'll install this and get back with another video. Next take, I'm going to put these bottoms on. Already installed one. There's one to go here. I put the spout on, I put that in there. I modified that there to drop the concentrate out faster, like closer to when I want it, instead of going all the way out. If you put the container out further, I'll just put these couple of screws in here. Get them back lined back up so the bottom case is on. Then I'll flip it over and I'll show you what I've just done. Actually, me and my mate just done. Got to glue it on yet to finish it because most people put wet concentrate into one of these. I'm not. I'm going to use it dry. So what I did was, there's a set of legs that got to go on here yet. I've got them. I'll show you later. I'll set it up later when I finally get the water set up, sorted out, and I'll get it running. I'll throw some dirt in it and show you how it works. Might throw some gold in it too so you can get it returned. Right, flip her over. Little toy. Well, here's my latest mod. Is here. If you can see in there, there's some gravel laying in the trommel, a bit of sand there. See it down there? The idea was to halve the volume coming out of here, out of the back of the trommel. So it can stay in there longer as it feeds in here and goes in here. Wood hooks on there, goes in here, heads in there, hits the spiral, the concentrate, gold concentrate comes out here for collecting your gold, and the overburden or rubbish comes out the back. Oh, that's my bearing case. I've kept the bearing on, I unseized it, and so I decided I wouldn't use it again, so I decided to buy a new one. So I'll put a spare one in there, just use it for spare, you never know if I do another one. And I'll get the water set up shortly and we'll run some stuff through it and see what it does. Back again, you can see those runs that run up there, right up the machine. There's the feed and the spray bar. And you can see I'm reducing it by a very lot, probably over half. You can angle it whatever angle you want. So you can feed it so it's feeding. It feeds stuff like this back up to itself and a bit more bigger rocks than that. Like, you know, I'm only going to screen to about 3/4 of an inch I'm going to feed through it. You can take inch. And here's a bit of trivia for you. I bought this little silicon tube, $3.70 at the hardware store. And you want to buy a tube. The tube's like $13, but you can buy that for $3.70. I don't know what's going on in the world, but that's what's happening. So I'm going to glue this straight on here. If it doesn't work as well as it does, see it's even got marks there for where to wear. Doesn't work how I like it. I can always get a razor blade, run around the edge and cut the silicon back off, and I can change the hole diameter by making it bigger. Isn't that awesome how the spiral works? Rightio. Back with the next video. Go over crazy good, but you can see the bead in there. When I pull it up, it probably might ooze out a bit, but I don't think so. I'll put a nice bead around there and behind the screws at the centre of the drum. So we'll see how it goes when we screw it up. Might as well do it together. Just flip her up like that. Sit there. We'll see what happens. We don't want to over tighten it either. That's nice. It's very nice. Get this one. That's very nice. I'll tighten this last one. Don't over tighten it because it's only screwed into these plastic screws bits. Oh, that went a bit more. So that, oh, I just seen the white stuff trying to come out. Yep, look at that. Alright, beautiful. We'll just go gently. Till you can feel the tension on it. Yep, just like that. And the bottom one. Like I said, you don't want to be stripping them. Oh, that's that. And there's the seal. Push it in a bit like that. Perfect. It'll work because it's already in the inside, fair bit on the inside. Right, I'll show you a quick setup of my water I'm going to run when I run my trommel. Well, it's going to go from there to there, and I cut this out of here like that to fold it down. We can fold it in. You can still put a lid on it if you leave that bit, but I'll grind it out later on. And then what I did, that's 20 litres, and this is a 27 litre bin. That's an old fish catcher, you know, from your old fish and chips. At home, we've got to clean it up a bit more, and it'll sit in there like that to catch rock that's over 3/4 of an inch round or more. It'll catch rocks, and as it fills up, you can tip it out behind it. We bored this 50 millimetre hole in here, and we made this piece of pipe to go with it. So you got to sit it on here and plug it in here, just like so. Just sit it here for a pretend at the moment before I fill up water and run it. And it'll sit like that, run off back into there, put here. See what happened, it fell down already, but this is the idea. It's going to run from there, and that's higher, and the water will run through that pipe and go back into that bucket. The trommel will suck water from here, send it through. It'll go in here, some will be coming back out here, and it'll pour the water in here. The top of the water will come down here, run back in there, and get recycled back through the trommel and back. When I set it up, I'll show you how I mean. Bit of work in progress here. I ran into a problem. I thought I could just stick this over here like this. Well, now I've got bricks I can, but before that I couldn't do it, which was a bit of a pain. So now I've got bricks. I've got to put some more bricks there. Sorry for that in the camera. And this is my adjusters to tip it back further once it's in the right angle and get it to catch the water. Run this bucket over here and get it sorted out. So, because I was going to run originally run a pipe here to here with smaller pipe and let it flow back and forwards, but the problem was we changed the setup. Now we're going to change what we're doing. Well, all my plans went out the window because this pipe is being troubled to this catching area here. Well, we don't know how it's going to work yet. I've got the trommel set up like this to go out here. It's got to come out that hole. It'll spray out that hole. It goes down through there. We're going to fill this bucket first, this big pot. And we'll just run it and suck a bit of water up. And run it through the trommel like that. And should pour it out the back of it like it's gonna. Yep. And we need to get it to equalise out so everything's doing its job. We hope to. It's working. See, it's coming out the hole at the back. Supposed to be catching in there. I just haven't got it in the right spot yet. Yep, for the gravels. I'll have to put a bit more of a block underneath, but I don't think it's far enough back because there's plenty of water pouring out the front when there's not supposed to be that much. It'll take a bit. It's filling up. As long as it doesn't squash my hose. That bucket's not supposed to be full of water, but that'll help as it's going. But this setup here down here, I'll put down here at the moment, that's got to have to change. I'm going to have to change, do something with this. I don't know what to do with it yet, but she's running. But that idea is that is fill up and then it'll run through there and through here into this bucket. And then there'll be enough to run the pump at all times. So, we'll see how this works. Sorry about the camera action. We'll let it fill up a bit more. It's up closer before. This is how it works. Water's coming out of there on my root. There's the bucket. See the water running across the top and returning from over here. All the spore's supposed to go in there. So we'll just do a test run with it, a few scoops. That's what it looks like set up. I've got a few mods to go yet, but we'll get it worked out. That's how it works. I might make a frame to put on the ground. A still steel frame to sit it on. Still got a bit of water coming out of the front. I think it needs to tilt back a bit, but we'll work that as we go. I've got a bucket of black sand just there. I'm going to put a bit in, let it go for a bit. If it's working okay, I'll do a bit of a record, then you'll have to wait to the next video before I show the results of the black sand and what I'm doing. The sand right there. I'll put a little bit of dishwashing soap in it to see what it'll do. It's funny how this water's so clean still. Look at that, and the bucket and the sand and everything's going in there. It's working out a good system at the moment. Put some sand in there. See how black that sand is in there. Processing the sand. Black sand coming out the front. Got a wooden hopper there, there's black sand in there. Wooden hopper there. Through there. There's a spiral. That's for the 2 holes I've got. Sand is coming out there. You can still see the sand coming out as you roll them around. Just keep adding it.